Thanks for stopping by. I'd like to preface this video by saying it is not a knitting tutorial, but a means to have something playing in the background while you work on your own knitting project. If you're like me and really enjoy YouTube, you find that a lot of the videos you like to watch are very visually engaging, and you're several hours in just watching videos and haven't gotten nearly as far along in your knitting as you would have liked to. So that is where I come in. So welcome or welcome back if you're a returning viewer. I am going to show you right now just a little bit of a clip of what I was up to this last week. I went to a conference Wednesday through Friday. Today, by the way, is Saturday. It's a little after 7 p.m. while I'm filming this, so you'll probably see this either early Sunday morning or later Sunday afternoon when it's done buffering and all that stuff and is live. But I did just want to have a moment to show you my hotel room, I guess, where some of the knitting took place that we're going to talk about today. So here's that clip. Hey everybody, so I'm in my room now, and I wanted to just give you a little tour of a part of my trip because I thought it would be interesting so you guys would know what I've been up to this week. So there were some issues with getting my company's card on file, I guess. We missed a step, I suppose, to notify them ahead of time that it was a third party making the purchase of my room. So I was here around like 1, and here it is about 3 o'clock, and I'm just now getting in. So I dropped all my stuff down, used the restroom because I had been just waiting in the lobby to get everything ready as soon as I got off the plane and came here. But yes, I just have my normal little bed here. It's all very nice and clean. My lamps. I have my little mini fridge and a microwave. The last time I was here, not in this particular hotel, but at another one, but I was at the same conference last year, and I decided to go to the grocery store and pick up a few things for quote-unquote dinner the middle night, and I actually have a phone conference with my job tomorrow night, so I'll probably do that again. It's not too far from the train, so I think I can leave the conference, pick up some food, get home in time for my phone meeting. So yep, I just threw my stuff on the floor, but I'm going to unpack in a moment and then actually get a late lunch, even though there's like a little dinner at the event very soon. And just over here we have the bathroom, all nice and pristine looking, at least right now. We have some towels, of course, general hotel stuff. I had, since I mentioned I was waiting a while, so I had to bust out the soap and everything. And its name brand, well, it's Avita. I don't know if it's like the same quality as the stuff you'd get in the store, but oh, that's interesting. I just noticed this business up here. Okay, I've heard mixed reviews, but the conference I'm going to did partner with this hotel to have like the discounted rates. Like if you had any kind of conference, there were booking rates, or group rates, I guess is what you call them. But yeah, I get this whole bed to myself because my partner, I told them ahead of time, like in July when I registered for this event, that they were welcome to come with me, and they declined. And then when I said, hey, don't forget, I'm going to my conference, and they're like, wait, where? What? What's going on? Why can't I come? I'm like, you already said you didn't want to go. So there's that. And my ears still haven't adjusted yet from the flight. There was a lot of air popping during the landing portion. Not so much at takeoff, so I'm still kind of like trying to figure out how loud I'm talking. So apologies if this audio is actually non-existent, but I don't really want to yell because the walls are relatively thin. There's a bit of space. I can hear creaking of walking around. It's an older building. So if you recognize the layout of my room, comment below if you know where I'm staying, And we'll see if we get any of the right guesses. I don't think I showed anything name brand when I came around. But yeah, so that's the room. I have just 2 nights here, and then I'll be seeing you all on my normal Saturday recording day, perhaps maybe even Sunday by the time it's uploaded, since I have a lot going on Saturday. So this is just a segment of that video. So we'll get right back into the rest. Okay, so now that you have watched that, yes, so I was in Georgia actually for Wednesday through Friday. I got back really late Friday night. I had an appointment in the city here in my state really early. Well, it wasn't early. It was an 11 o'clock appointment. I had to get my eyes examined, and I had overslept. I had my alarm set for 7 a.m. I had to catch a train really early in the morning to get where I need to go, and this happens every now and then where I'll have my alarm set after a very late night / very early morning, and I'll either sleep through it or I'll zombie mode and like put it on snooze a bunch of times or just completely turn it off, and I won't realize that I did that. And so my partner came in around 8 o'clock, was like, don't you need to be somewhere? Thankfully, they were giving me a ride to the train station, so they knew I had asked previously to have a ride, and they woke me up in time, and I made my train, all that good stuff. But enough of that. So today's episode, I'll chat more later, but I want to get into the knitting. So if you recall from last week, I was talking about a project, this bit of cast on I had with the crazy yarn for my friend's hat that I was making to accompany the scarf that I showed you guys. And I honestly want to say that I didn't get nearly as much done knitting-wise as I had anticipated. Well, really the main reason was because since I was so busy with the conference all day, by the time I got back to my hotel room, I was too tired. I got like 1 round done a night, essentially. And Friday, I was not there. I was on my way back. So when I was at the gate, I got maybe 2 rounds done, and I was in the middle seat. I didn't pick my seats because I didn't want to pay any more money to have a fixed seat when I booked my flight. So I just had it randomly pick a seat when I checked in, and both times were middle seats. Actually, I had an aisle seat the last time only because the 2 people next to me were flying together and they wanted to sit next to each other. So I said, I can take the window or I can take the aisle, but because I was in the aisle and I was the very last row in the cabin, I was getting bumped because people were going to the bathroom. The flight attendants had their cart of drinks and snacks they were wheeling back and forth. Well, just once, because our flight was so short, they only had time to really give snacks, and then as soon as they were done, they came around to collect everybody's garbage. But I wish I had more arm room. Of course, I am a little bit of a more luscious-shaped woman and don't have enough chair space to really feel comfortable sitting and knitting and having my arms out any more than they already just like stick out from the side of my body. So here we are. So this is let me give you guys a refresher here. This is the Swoop Beanie. It's a free pattern on KnitPicks, and of course the description box has all that info, but it is by Violet LeBeaux, and her picture online is so cute. She looks like such a nice lady. But this is her hat, and it is like this cable stitch coming up the way. So I have all that going. I am starting so I finished, it's like a repeating 1, 2, 3, 4 round, and I just finished the first round of the second group of repeats. And here is, here's a look at what it looks like. So we have this crazy, ugly, well, to each its own. I don't like it. I don't like this yarn. You heard me talk about that before, but I do like how it's looking now with this little bit of design. You can see, excuse me, this little swoop thing coming up here. And I think I got it right on the last row, because the instructions, since this is a free pattern, I'm not making any money off of this, and they're not losing any money from me explaining this one part. But I will say, round 4 says knit as 1, then a repeat of knit 2, and then do your cable, and then the last stitch, it says work first stitch of the cable as a cable with the first stitch of the next round, swapping their positions, moving the marker to work first twist, and then place marker from beginning of round, slip last work stitch back onto left needle, ready to begin the next round. Now, does that sound like English? Does that make sense to you? Because I had to read this a million times, and I was like, So, what happened was, I went ahead and did it what I thought it was saying, which, to give you the short version of it, is I slipped off my first stitch, because that was going to be my cable. And then I knit the stitch after, which was on the other side of the marker. So I took the marker off, knit that one, left the cable off, put the marker back on, because the first round does say cable, knit, cable. So I just knit the next one after that while this cable was still hanging. So the cable was hanging for essentially 2 stitches, where I knit around the cable and then did the cable. And I'm looking at it, and it doesn't look weird at this point. So I think that is what the pattern was asking to do. And now that I finished first round of the group of 4, with that 4th round being the first stitch of this first round of the second group, raise your hand if you're following along. I'm going to knit the round 2, and then I think I'll be able to see if I did the right thing with that 4th round, because I'll tell what this swoop is looking like. So that is where we are now. So let me refresh myself. Okay, so I misspoke. So round 1 was cable, knit 2, repeat. So round 2 is knit, cable, knit. All right, I can do that. We can do that. We can find out if I can do that. By the way, before I actually get into the knitting, I know this is like a 10-minute long intro, but you're just listening, I guess, hopefully. That's the point. I did, if you wanted to look up, show you the earrings that I had received now after the yarn crawl. I told you guys during the yarn haul I had from the knitting convention and the yarn crawl that I had pre-ordered some stitch markers that also work as earrings. I haven't used them as stitch markers yet, but here they are. Aren't they so cute? Handcrafted, looks like Sculpey clay or like polymer clay, but I did want to support a local artist, artisan, craftswoman, and I thought they were super cute. Oh, and I'm realizing that the little smiley face on them is like drawn on. I don't know if it'll focus, but it's drawn on with a Sharpie. So thankfully I haven't worn these in the shower or anything, but depending on the humidity, if it's raining, you know, if there's any wetness on my hair, that could affect what the smiley faces on these look like after a while. So I'll keep that in mind. But I'm glad they finally came. The shop owner who had them had like moved to a different location and was doing some remodeling, so she wasn't open she's still not officially open yet, so I wasn't able to get these when they were ready, and I placed an order with her and said, hey, can you put these in with my order when you mail it to me, because I know you're busy and you're not really open, but I did want to buy some yarn from you, and I did want my stitch markers / earrings eventually because they were ready. I had been notified, and she said she'd pack them up. So she did that, and now I have them. And I have worn them a couple times now at work, but I usually wear these. You guys probably can't even see. One of my friends is a jewelry maker, and she has like a really awesome collection, so I thought I would support her and buy some earrings from her. Um, I think they're cute. And she made some more, so I think for Small Business Saturday, I will buy a couple more pairs from her just to add to my collection. I've been into danglies lately because they're easy just to pop in, but I do always check them just to make sure they're not falling out. And I used to have these, I still have like these clear backs like that come with most like costume jewelry. You just like slide on the back. They kind of usually come with the earrings to keep the backings in place while they're on display. But I use them as backups because I'm always losing my posts. It's just a thing I do. So it's nice to have the little plastic nubby things around so I don't have to buy like a whole new set of earring backs. Alright, so I have my cable needle, and while I've been traveling, I've brought my little kitty pouch to keep my needle protectors inside as well as my cable needle. So we can set these free. So I did knit a little on the train while I was on my way into town today, so that was nice to kind of catch up here. But I was really hoping to have this a lot further along, but the kind of same thing happened last year when I brought my knitting, was that I was so tired from conferencing and taking notes and all this stuff all day that by the time I got back to my hotel room, I didn't really feel like knitting. I just wanted to go to sleep. Time difference, activities, all that stuff, just really wore me out. And then this year on Thursday, I had a conference call with some people at my job. I know, it was like there for work, but not actually work, and I still had to do work while I was there. So, and I saw one of my employees today while I was in the town, and they're supposed to be working today. And they were middle of the town during their shift, so I had to check my emails and see if they officially got someone to cover for them. I'm assuming so. They didn't seem nervous when they saw me, but I don't check my email unless I absolutely have to when I'm not at work, because at my conference I learned, or I was reassured that you got to unplug. You just got to unplug sometimes. Or most of the time, to keep your sanity. And I'm not a CEO. I'm not an executive anywhere. I'm not like a super upper level employee where I would need to check my emails that much. They do not pay me that much to do that. So, nope, not going to do it. If there's an emergency, you can call or text me. And they do. They do. So I am working a knit cable knit pattern. Repeat. And this is tricky because this yarn is so weird. It doesn't always have the same tension because of how like springy it is. So I have to be really careful. But then I end up making it super tight, and I don't mean to. Because I would rather have like a very loose ease of sliding the cable back on and all that. And it's not working like that for me. But as long as I get it on there, I should be alright. So, what are your Thanksgiving plans? What are you up? Did I? Alright, easy enough to find out if I did that right. I'm going to be here. I thought I was going to travel. Well, first I thought I wasn't, and then I thought I was. And it's just been confirmed when I got home last night. I am not. So I'll be here. I might do a video because it's honestly just going to be me home. My partner's going to go visit relatives, but they're leaving earlier than I get off of work, so I'll just be here. But yeah, I'll probably do a video. Oh, uh-oh. I think I messed up already, you guys. Can you believe it? Probably by now. If you know me, you know something's always up. Yeah, we'll see if she notices. I really don't want to do that over again. But I think I did a knit cable instead of a knit cable knit cable knit, because that's what the pattern is supposed to be. So yeah, it's like knit. It's essentially like knit to cable, honestly. Because this is my knit, this is my cable, this is my switch over, well, this is still my cable, and then it says knit, and then it says knit, cable, which I hadn't cabled before, so it's not as scary, but you gotta pay attention. Knit, knit, cable, can you guys see? Cable, right? That's right. Sometimes I can go fast, I guess, but not as fast as if I didn't mess with this crazy yarn. Cable, knit. Oh my gosh. If I'm going to have to do this whole video, you guys are not going to want to watch this. Ugh. But I feel like I have to, because it's like, what am I doing over here? So it's a little bit tricky, I guess. I shouldn't be so confident in my abilities. But I will be working on that big blanket because I am not done. And I was really hoping that after I packed my bag on Tuesday night that I would be able to switch my color, because I'm just on the last bit of the dark gray before I can do the light gray. But that blanket is just like daunting. So daunting. I don't know. I have to figure out something for next year. At least like plan my blankets well in advance so I don't feel like this 2 years later when I'm knitting another one. Because I have those baby blankets coming up. So I'm hoping it'll be easier going. I found a couple patterns to use. Like there was one I was going to use already, but I found some other colors I'd rather use that didn't go with that pattern. So I'll have to do a second one that I did find on Yarnspirations. And it uses 4 colors, and I think I can make that work with the girls' blanket. Because I was going to do green for both of them, but I think I'll just do the seafoam green for the boy, and then do this like really pretty lilac scheme for the girl, and then I can do the 4-color. So it'll be like 3 versions of lilac and then a cream, which I think will be nice. So we're doing our knit 2 and our cable. I don't know why I just didn't say that, but whatever. I should just say that. Knit 2 cable. Even though it's not what the pattern looks like, it is what it is. Knit, knit, cable. So let me know, do you guys have those patterns like this where you have some like kind of repetition sequence in your head that you use to kind of keep on track if you're not like eyeballing the pattern the whole time, or are you just a pro and look at it once or twice and then you kind of just got it once you do it? Or can you tell by looking? Sometimes I can tell by looking at it what I'm supposed to be doing, but in this case, not always, but not quite. So we'll do our knit 2. I wish, but you know, that probably just comes with experience. I'm doing more things, varied things, will probably bring that out in my knitting as I go. Because even though I've knit for almost 2 years now, I haven't knit a lot of varying, challenging work, so I haven't really had to think too hard, at least to my benefit, think too hard. So I don't know. Oh, I'm registering. I think I'll do that later on tonight. There's a pom-pom making class next weekend for Small Business Saturday at, I was going to say YSL, but it's LYS. That's not really local at all to me. Oh Lord, what have I done? Oh yeah, cable this? Cable this? Maybe. Yeah, these look like 2 regular knits. There we go. But I'm excited. I'm thinking if I learn how to do a pom-pom, I mean, I know kind of how to do one. I've made some cat toy pom-poms before, but like professional ones have not. But I think if I do, then I can add to my my hat. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. I screwed it up. Excuse my language. I messed it up. Oh, wow. Now what? Okay. Maybe take this one off again? What have you done, woman? Oh. Well, maybe if I do that. And then... Oh, yeah. Hang this one there. With this guy. Right? Yeah, okay. Here we go. There are some technical difficulties here. Okay, I am back to where I need to be. So, I did the Swoop Beanie. This was already a Swoop Beanie, right? I think. Looks like it could have been. regular. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't be talking to you guys while I work on this one. I am messing stuff up like bad. Like this one row is just gonna look like it needs, no, the next two rows are gonna look like they need some help. Alright, this should make sense now. Because if my swoop oh no, I've lost my swoop. This should be my swoop. What did I do? Maybe I knit one too many. That's probably what it is. Okay, so if I move, okay, there we go. This one, okay, because my swoop isn't where it should be. So I think I need to just do one. One regular? Let's see if this makes a difference. Okay, alright. We're back on track. Wow, that was stressful. Okay, now we're going to go back to our knit, swoopy. So the swoop essentially should be following the same swoopy. Why am I calling it that? The same thing, the same diagonal line that everything else is doing. So if I'm not above a swoop, then I'm not in the right spot. So I just did one, so I'm going to knit two. And I'm lined up again where my working yarn is coming out of a swoop, like a diagonal. So that's what I want. So we'll see how well this goes. Wow, and I didn't even get to finish my round. Well, I'm close, but I think you guys are going to cut out before I... Let's see. Can I do it? Did one. Can I do two? Can I finish this round before my video cuts out? That's going to be interesting. And can I finish it without messing up? That's the real question. But yeah, I would love to share with you guys my pom-pom making journey and show you what I get out of this class. I get to keep the pom-pom maker, so that's pretty cool. Yes. Two. Come out of the swoopy. The swoop is the line I cable. So let me know, have you made this hat before? Okay, I'm not going to make it. Oh, alright guys. So, you've been on this journey with me for a while. and I thank you for bearing with me while I talk and work on this and the complicated part. So, if you like what you see, give me a like. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. If you don't see me sooner than that, you'll definitely see me later. And once again, thanks for stopping by, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!